The reporter says today will be a great day, as absolutely all nuclear weapons will be destroyed. However, obviously things could not go according to plan, and a huge explosion occurred near the city. Tom and Tori were trapped in the back room because the lock had been electrified and all electricity had gone out. But that's not what Tom was concerned about. If the manager found them, he would immediately understand what they had done and have big problems. Thankfully for Tom, the power returned and they went out into the corridor. A strange man passed by on the street, but Tom didn't pay any attention to him. All casino visitors had also disappeared except for an elderly woman. Tori tried to help her, but she turned out to be a zombie. She defended herself, but the woman was stronger. Tom pushed the woman away and was about to leave, but it was so easy to follow zombies. The second round began. Even walkers were used, sending the zombies to the afterlife. They are approached by another survivor, Jackson, who also doesn't know what happened here. They come up with the idea to look at surveillance cameras and they are horrified. There are hundreds of monsters trying to eat two men. Victor betrays the man by pushing him towards a zombie and running into a casino. He says that he was sleeping in his car and people became aggressive. The group goes to the kitchen where there are also zombies, but Tori manages to put them in the freezer, although one zombie is still out there. Tom wraps it in a rag and puts it into the washing machine. The banquet hall is also full of zombies, so Tori closes the door, while Victor explores another part of the building and finds a sick girl. Not wanting to find out what's wrong, Victor wants to leave, but the zombies won't let him go. I have to stay with this girl. The trio also found a survivor, and while they were wondering what to do, Jackson was attacked by a zombie. Other zombies were running out of the room. There were too many of them, and the couple had to jump into a pool. Jackson was on the verge of death, but Victor arrived and successfully eliminated the zombies. Tom went up to the roof to explore the area and realized that they had big problems. All the streets were crawling with zombies, but he had one more hope: a walkie-talkie, and the other survivors were blocking the doors. As night fell, all the zombies went into some kind of sleep. A new day came. Tom decided to move to the next building, but it turned out to be too thick and the boards couldn't hold it. Even so, Tom managed to fall asleep outside a window and climb back in. Almost nothing happened for the next few days. Tom was tired of sitting there and suggested escaping to islands because there was practically no chance of survival there. Jackson agrees to his proposal, but Tori doesn't. Tom catches up with Tori, who is freaking out, but realizes that Tom may be right. Towards nightfall, Tom notices cars moving towards their town, but accidentally loses his radio. We need to figure out a way to attract attention to ourselves. Victor lights a flame, but it's hardly enough, and he remembers that there's a car with a spotlight in front of the casino. Since the zombies aren't aggressive right now, they go outside. Tori walks next to a policeman and takes his gun. They turn on a floodlight, which makes a lot of noise and attracts all the zombies' attention. With the help of a car, Jackson distracts all the zombies, allowing the team to move to a new shelter abuzz. But Victor manages to reach the casino. Jackson didn't like that he left Tom and Tori, but Victor doesn't care. If Jackson is so brave, let him go outside himself. Another quarrel begins between Tom and Tori. They were so engrossed that they didn't notice the zombies under the seat, for which Tom got bitten. Tori suspects that the bite may lead to infection, which is why she deprives him of a finger, when suddenly the military arrives on the street, mowing down all the infected. Tom asks what's going on in other places. The soldiers say they haven't met any survivors yet. Along the way, they send Tom a small shepherd. All people are checked with radiation sensors. That's how they check if they can be contagious. Their commander Ramsey orders them to find a safe place to camp. Soldiers protect all casinos. Sandy tells Tom that they are driving as far away from the epicenter of the explosion as possible. This conversation alarmed Ramsey. He reminds us that anyone can be dangerous now. Tori finds a girl she clearly doesn't like, even though she says she feels like a cucumber. Moreover, other soldiers are also behaving strangely. Tori tells Tom that these people are very suspicious, but Tam doesn't listen to her. He wants to get out of here as soon as possible. But Jackson decided to trust Tori and went to keep an eye on the soldiers. Tori was right, all the soldiers are sick. Moreover, they stole all the supplies and Victor joined them. An argument begins between everyone. Jackson reached for his gun, for which he was killed. Tori picks up the gun and returns fire, retreating into the main building along the way. Ramsey says that they will leave her. She needs to leave here and invites Tom to join her. Tom tells them that there is another food storage and offers to take them there. It was just a trick. He goes to the switch and opens the shutter. Hordes of zombies run into the building, reducing the number of soldiers, and Ramsey orders them to leave here. A new day is coming. Tom asks Tori to get out of here. They don't have any more food. An ingenious plan comes to him. Grab the zombie and drag him up to get his case. It remains to find a car. Tom is surrounded by zombies and he shoots at him out of fright. Other monsters run towards the noise. The couple runs from side to side, simultaneously fighting off zombies. Still, they find the right car. Alas, the exit is closed. Tom suggests ramming the gate, but their rage machine is too weak. Tom shoots at the combination lock in anger, then returns to the building. Late at night, Cindy appeared on the street, who lost control and turned over. One of the zombies attacked her, forcing Cindy to shoot. When she was ready to die, Tom, like a true hamster, rolled up in a wheel and helped her back into the building. She says that none of the soldiers were actually infected, they just received a high dose of radiation after the bomb exploded. And on the road, they were attacked by a new kind of zombie, which was much stronger, and only she survived. An armed zombie is knocking on the door. A little later, Cindy reveals that she has a daughter, but she lives in another city and doesn't know what's going on there. Tom promises that they will help her. And Tori finds 2 cores in Cindy's bag and takes them for herself. A new day is coming, and most of the new zombies have arrived in the city, attacking their weaker versions. Tori suggests using core. They put one package in the kitchen and turn on the gas. The zombies make their way into the buildings. One of them grabs Cindy, who is startled and punches him in the forehead. Nevertheless, the zombie lets her go, but Cindy has injured her leg. Tori suggests leaving her as Cindy will slow them down. Tom refuses, for which he gets hit, and Tori leaves alone. She manages to lay all 4, but a strong zombie appears, sending her to the next world. The couple was much more lucky. They calmly get into the car and drive away, but Tori has become a new infected with a thirst for revenge. Well, we'll be glad to have your like. We'll be back very soon. Bye.